Night 2, we are going to make hamburger stroganoff. And instead of using regular hamburger, I used bear meat. And bear meat is a meat that you are supposed to cook all the way through. Not much grease to this at all. And it kind of, as it's cooking, smells like, kind of like sausage a little bit. Okay. We used some basil, some oregano leaves, Lori seasoned salt, and again, obeys. Obeys is great with anything. Then after this cooks down a little bit, we will be using garlic, 2 cloves. And tonight we are going to be putting in the other pot, we're going to have tortellini noodles. So they're stuffed with 3 different cheeses. Should be good. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We're going to drain what we have for juice in here. I think that's just like hamburger. We don't want that. And then we'll start making our sauce. We are also doing pork chops. So we got to marinate these chops. I just took them out of the container and washed them all off and put them in a bowl. Okay, we marinated our pork chops with Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, some original Red Robin stuff I got one night, and some garlic powder. Alright, back to our sauce. We have cream of mushroom soup, which my family's not too fond of, so I only use 1 can, and then I use the Ragu classic flavors. And if we need more, we use a heavy whipping cream. Okay, we put them 2 in there. Now we're going to add some milk. About halfway full for creaminess. Put our cover back on. It's hard to do with one hand. Shake over the sink. We're going to add that to our can of cream of mushroom soup, and we're going to mix it around and get all that stuff out of there too. Okay, then we mix well, and we'll see what our condensedness is like. And I do think we need a little more. It's a little thick. So we're going to add a little of our heavy whipping cream. Like so. And we'll give that a good stir. Alright, and our sauce is almost complete. And I like to get the Parmesan cheese that's actually real. It's also cheaper at Festival to buy 2 for $5 instead of 1 shake Parmesan cheese. And we're also going to add about a half a cup of the sour cream. This we just take a nice handful here. And we put it in. Sprinkle it around, maybe a little more. Okay. There we go. And then I got to add the sour cream. I added about a half a container. And then we'll give this a nice stir. Okay, and then we're going to use a grater for our garlic. Just this. Okay. Okay, we're going to take and grate the garlic. Dropped it. That's okay. You gotta be careful so you don't cut yourself. But we've done this once or twice. And 1 clove should be enough. Stir that nice. And then we're going to take and put this on the back burner on low. Okay, and now the meat that we have marinated, we are going to take olive oil. Stop it. Kid's trying to tape me. not video photogenic right now. That's why I only show the food. Not some glamorous lady. Okay, so what I did was I took our washed and marinated, not as long as I would have liked to, pork chops and threw them in the frying pan with the olive oil. And then I put a handful of onions on top. Did the Red Robin original seasoning again and the garlic powder. So they've been cooking for about 3 to 4 minutes. And they're not brown enough yet. And it's pork, so you got to make sure that your pork is cooked all the way. So we're just going to give her a little rotation here. Help our meat along here. Usually when you marinate meat, 12 hours to 24 hours sitting in the fridge is perfect. Alright, so I'm going to flip these now. I took all the onions off to the side here. There we go. And then we're going to put our onions back on top the best we can. We don't want them overcooked. Alright, there we go. And then we'll let them cook until the other side is probably just about brown. Another trick with pork too, my stuff is starting to cook down a little too much. So I always add a little water and it keeps the pork juicier as well. So again, like we did the other side, we are going to rotate. And then I always rotate the pan as well because your heating sometimes varies on different sides of the burners, or your ovens. Okay, I got another batch of these to make, but what I'm going to do is put these in another pot because I can't find my other bowl. I believe I got lettuce in it from last night yet. But I'm also going to take all this goodness right here. Dump that in there as well. We're going to make a gravy out of all that. Pork has to be done thoroughly. And then we're going to repeat the process for what's left in here. Okay, so what I did was finish cooking the meat. And then I added a little water so we can kind of cook this down a little bit. And then we're going to get our stuff ready to make gravy. So I'm going to dump some flour in here. I'm going to say at least 4 tablespoons. And then we're going to add our milk. And I normally fill up the whole cup, like so. Alright, then we stir all that up, make it nice and smooth. We add a bag of Lipton onion soup mix. Whoops. No, we don't throw it in there, but... And we will give that a stir as well. And for more creaminess, we're going to add more milk. I splashed in about a cup or so. And stir it. We're going to bring it to a little simmer before we add our flour and milk mixture. The secret to making a good gravy is using cold milk. And we just keep stirring. Alright, we got our gravy made. It's not thick yet, but it will thicken. And we are going to put our bigger chunks back on the bottom. And then our smaller ones over top. Try to get them to fit in there the best we can. It's hot. I'm underneath my nail. There we go. And then we're going to clean everything else that's in the pot. Throw that all in there. Okay. And then we're going to cover and let simmer for about 30 minutes. All right. And then we're going to boil our jug of water here. I always add water or oil to my water and a little bit of salt too. Salt helps the water boil. There we go. Okay, so our water was boiling. I threw the tortellinis in, which are little noodles filled with cheese, ricotta, Parmesan, and another one. I can't remember the name of it. So as soon as these are done, we can start putting our plates together. All right, our sauce is at a perfect consistency. We got some stuff going on here for rice. Get that boiling. And that will be 4 cups water, 2 cups rice, and I put 3 tablespoons of butter. Here's our noodles. They're starting to float, but they're just not done quite yet. They'll float when they're all done. And then our meat has been simmering, and that'll make it nice and tender. All right, see how our noodles are floating to the top here? I just tried one. They're a little al dente. And that is pretty much perfect. I'm going to strain them and save a little bit of my hot water yet. Okay, our noodles are done. I added 2 tablespoons of butter and some oregano. We will stir this up real nice. Our sauce is done. We're just waiting on our garlic bread and our rice. And here is our finished product.